And thank you so much, given where we are in the world.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a bit crazy right now, for sure.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We know that domestic violence, or we've heard that domestic violence is increasing in this pandemic, and so I'm sure you must be very busy, but I'd like to hear your perspective on it and what has been happening at SafeNest.
Yes, so we are completely operational, and we have probably 7 very solid service streams that are our main functionality areas, and they're all very, very busy. So we kind of look at this in a couple different ways. We have the crisis end of the work that we do, which is hotline, mobile response alongside our police department and our shelter space. So they, of course, are the unit of the agency that's getting hit the hardest right now. We're seeing a 13% increase in domestic violence. What is scary for those of us in this work is that that's not very much considering what's going on. So what we're preparing for is a much larger onslaught once the stay-at-home order is lifted and people start having the space to be able to get in touch with us. Because 13% sounds like a lot, and it is a lot, but
Of course.
given what we know about this epidemic, it doesn't feel like it's enough. And then we have our advocacy sort of case management services, which help people navigate the courts, both family court and criminal court. And those services are humming along, but at the same level that they typically will. And then we have our counseling program for victims, batterers, and children affected by the epidemic. And that's the area that while we've moved everything digitally and people can still engage, it's slowed down a little bit because it's hard to navigate sort of your growth and your desire to want to, achieve different things mentally in your life when we're in a pandemic. It's just the reality. So we kind of we're seeing it sort of like an upside down pyramid where our crisis services have expanded, then our court services are level, and our counseling services are a little bit less utilized, but we're preparing for this flood that we believe is going to come through. We are fortunate. We're a large DV agency, probably one of the largest in the country from the number of people that we serve, but also from our budget size. And we're also diverse. We have a pretty diverse revenue stream. So that gives us the ability to do things that other victim services agencies would have trouble doing. So for example, we have some housing units in town through another provider that does veterans housing, but we're able to expand. We added 17 units, right? So while we have our core confidential location, I've expanded over 17 units for several months because as we have seen that increase of people needing to escape lethal environments, we wanted to make sure that we could handle that. And we're never leaving anybody out in a situation where the lethality is at a level that homicide is escalating.